where I'll do my natural hair and also talk about finances. It's not about tutorials or products. I'll definitely show my products and things of that nature, but it's more so of me talking about or doing my hair and then also talking about finances. And just to give a little backstory about my natural hair, I've been natural since 2014. I wore a perm in high school a couple of years, but then I didn't want to maintain it and started to go wear it more in its natural state. So I would wear like a flat iron, and then in 2014 I started wearing the natural curls. And as far as finances, I have my degree in finance. I got my bachelor's from Michigan State, go green, and work in banking. I've been in banking for 10 years now. So that's just kind of a backstory about the whole natural hair and finance. I wanted to mirror the two things that I have passions about and bring them to this channel. So as far as today's video, I am going to talk about my low spend or no spends for 2023, as well as my financial goals. So first, with the low spend or no spend, the first one will be food. So I kind of looked at my expenses, and honestly, I know that food is the number one thing that I spend money on. My husband and I, we like to try different restaurants and go to different places on the weekend. And especially with me working from home, once the weekend comes, I'm ready to get out of the house. And that's one of the things that we like to do, is to go to different restaurants. But as we know, with this inflation, food is very expensive. So whether you are making your meals at home or going out to eat, it is costly. But I do still think that cooking from home is more economical than going out to eat. So I'm not going to say that I'm never going to go this whole 2023, but I do want to reduce it. So that is my first one, is a low spend, I would say, on food. The second one would be shoes. So 2019, in the 2019 and then during the pandemic, I got into shoes. I got introduced, my eyes was open to specifically gym shoes, I should say, or sneakers. I say gym shoes. And I have so many pair now. I have probably at least 25 pair of gym shoes. I have them all. I got Jordans. I got it all. And I need to reduce that cost drastically in 2023. I don't want to say I'm not going to buy any pair of shoes, because I know that might not be realistic for me, but I do want to reduce it. So that is definitely on the list for low spend or no spend for 2023. The next would be clothes. So with the shoes, I was getting the clothes, and I actually the other day I looked at my statement and I wanted to see how much money did I spend in 2022 when it came to shoes and clothes. And honestly, it was thousands. It was thousands. It was more than 1,000. So I need to reduce the spending on clothes in 2023 drastically. The next would be hair products. So with my channel being naturally free and me wanting to not be, confined to my hair, I am not spending any money on hair products. I have everything that I need. I got all the shampoos, deep conditioners, leave-ins. That hair products is definitely the number one where I will not be spending any money at all in 2023 on hair products. And to help me with that, I don't look at a lot of tutorial videos or product videos on YouTube. So that's kind of what's going to help to make sure that I'm not enticed to wanting to buy hair products. So hair products. And then lastly would just be like miscellaneous items. So I don't have a specific item. It's just anything that I don't need, I'm not buying in 2023. So that is going to help me reduce those costs. If I don't need it, I'm not going to purchase it, and I won't. It's going to help with the impulse buys or things that are on sale. Just because I see it on sale, I'm not going to get it. So those are my no spend or low spend, I should say, for 2023. And so let's get into my financial goals. So overall, my financial goals for 2023 is to create additional streams of income, or work towards additional streams of income, and to save over $100,000 in 2023. So as far as the additional streams of income, the first, and I have it in like two categories: long term versus short term. So long term will be rental income. My husband and I, we want to move from our home. We've been in our home for a few years now, and we want to keep this home and rent it out and purchase another home. So with that, I want to make sure that we're saving for the down payment on the new home, as well as, you know, obviously things break down. So if anything happens with our existing home, being able to pay for those expenses. So the first long-term additional stream of income will be rental income. The second would be YouTube. If you, like me, watch YouTube quite a bit and look at different videos about passive income and investing and saving and how to have side hustles, the number one thing that is mentioned is YouTube. So as I mentioned, I'm trying to bring the things that I'm interested in into this channel, and in order to monetize or make money off YouTube, you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. So obviously this is a long-term goal for me. This is not going to happen overnight, and I understand that, but just making sure that I'm working towards that is my goal for 2023. So I would say YouTube. And so as far as the kind of short-term goals for additional streams of income, so one of the things that I wanted to do is make sure that I looked into things that I'm interested in, and not just, well, I'm just going to get like another job or a second job or something like that. I want to do things that I'm interested in. So the third, as far as additional stream of income, would be Facebook Marketplace for me. I actually do really well with selling on there. I've sold a washer, I've sold a car, and going back to the shoes, I do really well with selling shoes on Facebook Marketplace. So I want to continue to sell, to be able to get rid of things that I no longer need and make money off of it. So I'm just going to continue to do that. The next would be investing. So I already input into my 401k, and I also have like a separate Webull account where I do investing in stocks. But I want to make sure that I'm reviewing my investments and reviewing to see, are there stocks that I can research on that provide higher streams of dividend income. So that's one of the things that I'm going to do in 2023, is do more research on which stocks provide more dividend income. Lastly, as I mentioned, my goal is to save over $100,000 in 2023. The reason I come up with that number is because I, as I mentioned, want to have the money for the down payment on the home, and like emergency fund, or even something, other big purchases that me and my husband may want to make, and not having to borrow or use credit, being able to use the savings to do those things. So that's pretty much it. And I would say overall, when it comes to my financial goal, the ultimate goal for me is to have more time. I want to be able to have these different streams of income coming in, and I'm also still work full time in banking, and I just want to be able to develop freedom for myself, develop more time to spend on things that I'm interested in and things that I want to do, and not feel so confined to working specific more hours than I need to, or things like that. But overall, just having more time, having more freedom. One of the things that I've learned about people who do have multiple streams of income is that they're able to spend their time the way that they want to. So I would say ultimately long term that is my goal. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys